High in the snowy silence of Mount Kailash, Parvati sat alone. Her eyes gazed into the distance, but her heart ached for someone of her own. It had been a long time since Kumar, her beloved son, had left to serve the heavens, fighting battles as the commander of the gods. And Shiv? He had vanished once again, lost in deep meditation somewhere in the boundless Himalayas, far away beyond the reach of emotion. The mighty Shiv Ganas served her, yes, but they were not hers. Their loyalty belonged to Shiva. Loneliness crept in like a shadow. Even surrounded by divine attendants, Parvati felt a void. Seeing her sorrow, her dearest companions Jaya and Vijaya approached. They whispered gently, "O Mother, why must you carry this sorrow alone? These Ganas are Lord Shiva's followers, not yours. Shouldn't you have someone of your own? Someone created by you, loyal only to you, who lives to serve your will." Their words lit a spark in her heart. Yes, perhaps it was time. A new desire awakened within her, to create a soul born from her being, who would belong to her alone. And so began a tale that would echo through eternity. The story of a son born not from the stars, but from the love of a mother. The tale of the boy who would become Ganesh. One serene morning, as the birds sang and the breeze whispered through Kailash's peaks, Parvati prepared for her sacred bath. She called Nandi the loyal bull of Shiva. "Guard the door," she said kindly. "Let no one enter until I say so." Nandi bowed with devotion and took his post. But before long, Shiva returned, and without hesitation, Nandi stepped aside. Parvati, caught unaware in a private moment, felt a wave of embarrassment rush over her. She turned away in surprise and scolded Nandi, hurt in her voice. "Oh Nandi, I asked for one simple thing." But Nandi, humble as ever, replied, "O Mother, how could I stop my Lord? Shiva is my master." Parvati turned away. A deeper sadness gripped her heart. In this house of gods, did no one belong truly to her? Remembering the words of Jaya and Vijaya, a powerful resolve awakened inside her. "I will create someone," she whispered to herself. "Someone who will listen only to me. Someone whose loyalty can never be swayed." From the golden turmeric paste on her divine skin, she began to mold a figure with her own hands. A beautiful, glowing boy with gentle features and a strong frame. And then, with her divine breath, she brought him to life. The boy opened his eyes, bright, innocent, and full of devotion. He looked up at her and smiled. Parvati clothed him in silk, adorned him with jewels, and kissed his forehead with love. "You are my son," she whispered, "born from my soul. From today, your only duty is to serve me." She gave him a staff and a sacred command. "Stand guard outside while I bathe. Let no one pass unless I say so." And just like that, the guardian of Parvati's heart had been born. Outside her chamber, Ganesh stood proudly, firm, focused, unshaken. He gripped his staff with both his hands, his young face set with quiet strength. Then Shiv returned. The Lord of Kailash, unaware of the boy's birth, walked calmly toward Parvati's chamber. But Ganesh blocked his path. "You cannot enter," he said firmly. Shiv paused. "And why not?" he asked. "My mother is bathing. She has forbidden anyone to enter," replied Ganesh. Shiv raised an eyebrow. "Do you not know who I am? I am Shiv, the master of this house." But the boy did not move. "My duty is to my mother," he said, and without warning, he struck Shiv. Once, then again. A stunned silence followed. The Ganas froze in disbelief. Had someone struck Shiv? The mountain air tensed. The winds themselves held their breath. A divine clash was about to unfold, a storm no one could have predicted. Mount Kailash stood still, but within its sacred grounds, a storm had erupted. A boy, barely born, now stood between the Lord of Destruction and his own home. And Shiv, more surprised than furious, paused. His eyes narrowed, his pride wounded. "Who is this arrogant child?" he thundered. Turning to his Ganas, he ordered, "Teach him a lesson. Show him what defiance costs." The Ganas surrounded the boy, their voices harsh. "Step aside. Who are you to block Shiva's path?" But Ganesh stood tall, his voice calm, his resolve unshaken. "And who are you, little footman of a big god? I serve my mother, and I will not move." Insults flew, tempers flared. The Ganas warned, "We are sparing you now, out of courtesy. But try our patience again, and you will be crushed." Still, Ganesh laughed. "Leave now," he said, "or live forever in shame." Embarrassed, confused, the Ganas turned back to Shiv. Their voices trembled. "He's not ordinary. We hesitate because he feels like one of us." Shiva's face darkened. "You call yourselves warriors, and yet you retreat before a child?" Fury burned in his voice. "Go back. Drag him away by force if you must." The Ganas returned, shouting threats, swinging clubs, mocking him, taunting him. "You jackal in a lion's skin. Let's see how loud you laugh when you are done." But Ganesh didn't flinch. He raised his staff and in a flash struck with such power that several Ganas crashed to the ground. "You were warned," he growled. "Now feel the wrath of Parvati's son." Bones cracked, weapons shattered. Some fled limping, some begged for mercy. The battlefield had turned. In the eye of the storm stood one boy, born of a mother's love, fighting for her honor. Inside her chamber, Parvati heard the uproar, the rising tension, the clash of metal and pride. She sent Jaya and Vijaya to learn the truth. They returned with pride glowing in their eyes. "Mother," Jaya said, "your son has not faltered. He fights alone, facing Shiva's armies for your honor." Vijaya added, "Devi, your prestige is being challenged. You cannot remain silent now." Parvati, torn between concern and pride, closed her eyes. "What is done, she said softly. Let destiny unfold. Then she sent word to her son. Stand firm. No Gana of Shiva can defeat you. With his mother's words in his heart, Ganesh straightened his turban, tightened his grip, and faced the next wave. To your lord you are bound, he declared, but to my mother I belong. You fight for Shiva, I fight for Parvati. Let us both do our duty. And with that, the battle resumed. The Ganas charged again. Nandi seized one leg, Bhringi the other. But Ganesha roared. With one swift motion, he broke free and struck them down. Arms snapped, knees shattered, skulls cracked like earthen pots. Thousands of Ganas scattered in fear, like deer before a lion. A boy undefeated, a son unstoppable. Kailash trembled. News of the chaos reached Narad, who rushed to summon Vishnu, Indra, and the gods. Even Shiv turned to Brahma and said, "There's a boy who defies me and defeats my Ganas. Only you can face him." Brahma, calm, curious, stepped forward. But as he neared the door, Ganesh grabbed his beard and moustache and flung him back. Even the Creator had been humbled. A gasp spread through the heavens. Enraged, Shiv summoned all his forces. Indra, Vishnu, Kumar, goblins, spirits, celestial beasts. "Attack!" roared Shiva. The skies rained with weapons. The earth cracked beneath their fury. But none touched Ganesh. He stood like a mountain, unmoving, unyielding, unafraid. With his iron club, he swept the field clean, sending gods and demons alike tumbling into dust. Parvati's rage flared, and from her fury emerged two terrifying Shaktis. One with a mouth like a bottomless void, another blazing, armed with countless hands. They devoured every arrow, swallowed every blade, and returned them powerless. Then came Kumar, Ganesha's elder brother. "Stand down," he warned. "I am the commander of divine armies. You cannot win." But Ganesh replied, "I serve no commander except my mother." They clashed, heaven shook, the cosmos echoed with their battle cries. Even mighty Kumar was forced to retreat. In desperation, Shiv turned to Vishnu, but the Shaktis merged their strength into Ganesh, making him invincible. He hurled his iron club at Vishnu's feet, and out of reverence, Vishnu dodged and vanished from the field. That's when Shiv himself stepped forward. No longer a father, no longer a lord. Now, just a furious warrior. He grasped his trident, Pashupat, and rushed. Ganesh met him head on. Their weapons clashed, mountains split. Time itself seemed to slow. With one mighty blow, Ganesh shattered Shiva's trident and even struck down 5 of his hands. Then, picking up the fallen weapon, he turned it against the gods themselves. No one could match him. And then, in a swirl of chaos, Shiv saw an opening. With one final strike, swift and sharp, he severed Ganesha's head. Silence. Not a sound, not a whisper. The boy was gone. The battlefield stood still. Even the wind forgot to blow. Even the gods forgot to breathe. And the world waited. The Ganas rejoiced in victory, but Shiv, His heart was heavy. He looked at the lifeless body before him and whispered with deep regret, "What have I done?" Parvati stood frozen, her eyes filled with grief, her hands trembling, her heart shattered beyond words. In that unbearable moment, her sorrow turned into fire. A cry, raw and thunderous, rose from her soul and echoed across the heavens. From her divine body burst forth a legion of terrifying goddesses, her Shaktis. With blazing eyes and fearsome forms, they descended upon the worlds. Karali, Kupjaka, Khanja, Lambashirsha, each one more dreadful than the last. Parvati, her voice shaking the skies, commanded, "Spare none! Devour the gods! Destroy the sages! Annihilate every being that stood against my child!" The Shaktis surged forward, dark and unstoppable, mouths like yawning caverns, consuming everything in their path. The gods ran, the sages fell, the heavens trembled. Even Shiv, Vishnu, and Brahma watched helplessly, dwarfed by her fury. The balance of creation had shattered. All three worlds stood on the edge of ruin. In desperation, Narad approached the trembling trinity, Shiv, Vishnu, and Brahma. "Only the mother," he said, "only Parvati's mercy can restore peace." Humbled, grieving, the gods folded their hands and walked to her feet. Their crowns lowered, their voices soft. "O Divine Mother," they said, "you are the first, the creator, the preserver, the destroyer. It is you who breathes life into the cosmos, and it is you who can calm the storm. Forgive us. We will bring back your son. Let harmony return to this world." Parvati's burning gaze softened, but her voice still thundered with resolve. "If my son returns to life, if you accept him, not just as a son, but as your commander, your equal, only then shall peace return." Shiv bowed his head. "So be it," he declared. At once, the gods lifted the lifeless body of Ganesh. With reverence, they journeyed north, to a place of sacred rivers and pure winds. There, gently, they washed his body clean. The water sparkled, the air turned still. Nearby, a mighty elephant stood, noble, one-tusked, glowing with quiet strength. Without hesitation, the gods offered a prayer and took the elephant's head. They placed it gently upon the boy's form, whispering Vedic mantras, sprinkling holy water, and invoking the breath of life. And then, miraculously, the boy stirred. His eyes opened, bright and calm. His face now majestic with an elephant's grace. His skin glowed with a reddish hue. His aura radiated power. He had returned, not as a child, but as a god. Tears of joy streamed down Parvati's face as she held her son once more. With love, she adorned him, silks of the finest weave, jewels that sparkled like stars, and a crown befitting a king. She touched his forehead with sindoor, vermilion red. "Forever," she said, "you shall be worshipped with this mark. it's a mother's blessing. The Ganas bowed to him with devotion. They placed a garland of victory around his neck and crowned him their supreme commander. Shiv, Vishnu, Brahma, and all the sages watched in reverent silence as Ganesh bowed to each with grace, with humility, his strength matched only by his wisdom. Then the Trimurti declared in unison, "Just as we receive the world's first offerings, so shall Ganesh. He shall be worshipped first, before any god, before any ritual. He is the remover of all obstacles, the guardian of all beginnings." Parvati smiled, her heart full. She blessed her son, saying, "Whoever honors you with flowers, sandalwood, food, or faith shall succeed in all they do. Wherever your name is chanted, there will be peace." And so it was. Across the heavens and throughout the earth, celebration erupted. The gods rejoiced, the worlds were healed, and a new god was born, Ganesh. Son of Shakti and Shiv, Lord of beginnings, guardian of dreams, and the beloved remover of obstacles. From that day on, no prayer begins without his name. No journey starts without his blessing. For he is the God who was made from love, forged in battle, and reborn through grace.